Hi, third graders. Today in writing, we're going to continue our journey of persuasive writing, but we're going to stop for a minute and kind of regroup because yesterday when I was working with writers in class, I noticed that a lot of you have these great ideas, but you're having trouble organizing your thoughts. So today I want you to know that persuasive writers organize their ideas prior or before they start writing for a couple of reasons. The first reason is to make sure that their thesis is brave and bold. The second reason is to make sure that they have enough ideas to support their thesis. And the third reason is to start thinking about how they might paragraph their writing as they draft. So I'm going to model this work here with this graphic organizer. And then you're going to have an option today when you write to use the same graphic organizer, or I'll show you how I do the same work in my notebook. So first I'm going to think back to what we learned yesterday, which was that persuasive writers develop an idea by seeing a problem, and instead of just complaining about it, by imagining a solution. So I'll be honest with you, I had to think for a while today about another problem I saw at school. So I had already talked about how we needed a new bookcase, and I had talked about how we should rotate our time on the playground outside. And so today when I went to do this, prepare for this lesson, I thought to myself, geez, I had to do the work you guys were doing and really sit for a while and think, what is a problem I see at school? And when I really thought about it, it took me a while, but I came up with the fact that we don't really have a good outdoor space at school. It started with the idea that we don't have a good outdoor space for snack. And then it evolved to the idea that we don't have a good outdoor space for learning. And especially in the current climate with COVID, it would be really nice for us to have an outdoor classroom. So the problem I see is that we don't have a good outdoor space for learning. And the solution would be that we get an outdoor classroom at Central School. So once I went through the process of thinking of a problem and then thinking of a solution, I moved on to the idea of making my thesis, which is my claim or my idea. And I'm going to make sure it's brave and bold, and I put the words we need in there highlighted because that's a really easy way for you to start a brave, bold thesis. It's not wishy-washy, it's very direct. So I'm going to just say my idea. We don't want this highlighted. We need an outdoor classroom at Central School. Now, when I first started brainstorming this, I was thinking we need a space with outdoor seating, we need a place to eat snack, and then I thought, well, you know what really would encompass all of this would be an outdoor classroom. So it might take you some time to think about what you want your thesis to really say. And now, once I've decided my thesis, I'm going to list for myself the reasons why we need an outdoor classroom. Well, when I first thought of this reason, it was really because we needed snack. We needed a space to eat. Reason one might be we need a space to, we need an outdoor classroom. We will be able to eat snack and even lunch maybe. Okay, and that was one reason why we need an outdoor classroom, because the seating in the classroom could be used for learning, but it could also be used for snack and lunch. And this is how I first came to this idea. Speaking of it being used for learning, it also makes me think that we'll be healthier learning outside will be healthier for students and teachers. I'm thinking about the idea that we'll have fresh air. I know right now we have to keep our windows open to try to keep germs at bay, but if we're learning outside, we'll have fresh air all around us. There are studies that show that sunshine increases people's moods and happiness. So if it's sunny out, we will be able to enjoy the sunshine. It will increase our mood. It will increase our overall feeling of well-being. It'll be easier to social distance, which I didn't even include in here. And the third reason I was thinking of, and this is more of a teacher reason, but I was also thinking a lot of our science units have to do with learning about the environment. And so we could learn about science firsthand and in real time, meaning that we could learn about science at the moment, but just by discovering the world around us. So notice this is the kind of work that I would do before I started writing. And the reason I'm telling you that you might go back and do this kind of work before you start drafting is because a lot of you are coming up with a thesis and then you're realizing, but I don't really have 3 good reasons. Or maybe you did, but you weren't able to clearly articulate or clearly write down or share those 3 good reasons. So if you do this work first, you write your thesis and list the 3 reasons that you want to write about, it's going to make it easier for you when you go to draft. If you wanted to go further, you could also just bullet point some ideas you might include. Because remember, this reason 1 becomes its whole own paragraph. So you might want to bullet point some ideas to include. So we'll be able to eat snack and lunch outside. There'll be more seating. Right now there's only seating in the playground area. There will be more space for social distancing. With your masks off while eating. We can enjoy the nice weather. All reasons why it'd be nice to eat snack and lunch outside if we had an outdoor classroom or outdoor seating area. Learning outside will be healthier for students and teachers. I already said that we could get fresh air. It's really important right now in our current world with COVID. We could learn in the sunshine. You know what else I was thinking? It took me a while to come to this idea, but I was also thinking a lot of times when we do brain breaks, we do them inside, but really just because it's faster. We have to line up and walk all the way downstairs and line back up, and it takes just those couple of minutes that we don't have. But we could easily have outdoor breaks because we'll already be outside where you guys can run around and get exercise. Let's lead some more exercise. Notice when I write my ideas under my reason, I'm not giving full sentences. I'm just writing some bullet points of things I might want to include when I write about being healthier. And then when we learn about science firsthand, right now we're learning about water and climate. We could look at how the water and climate all around us. We also learn about structures of life, and that includes a whole study of seeds. And even now, not having an outdoor classroom, we actually do like a hunt of seeds outside. But if we were outside already, we could just look at the world, the plants, the environment around us, and use that for our learning in the moment. So let's look back at the work that I've done. So first, I thought of an idea by using our strategy from yesterday, which was seeing a problem and imagining a solution. The problem was we didn't have outdoor seating, and it kind of led me to the solution of we need outdoor seating, which led me to a bigger idea of we really need an outdoor classroom. And then I thought about, well, why? How can I convince people, or my audience, probably Mrs. Simkus, about needing an outdoor classroom? So reasons that would matter to her, right, would be that we could eat snack and lunch outside comfortably, that we could learn outside and that's healthier for us, and that we could learn about science right in real time, right there with us. This is the kind of work you might do today before you draft, because for many of you, this will help you make sure you have enough ideas to support your claim and also help you figure out how to paragraph, because each one of these reasons should be its own paragraph. Some of us are falling into the trap of writing our thesis and then just writing first reason, second reason, third reason, and saying, I'm done. But the truth is, a good persuasive writer describes the reasons. They say more about each of those reasons. I did the same kind of work in my notebook so you could see what it might look like if I were doing it in my notebook. So if I didn't want to do it today, if you didn't want to do it today on this slideshow, which you could, you'll have access to it. But if you don't want to, you could do the same work right in your notebook. So first I wrote my thesis, we need an outdoor classroom. And then I just labeled 1, 2, 3, healthier learning environment, place to eat snack and lunch outside, and we can learn science from the world around us. I wanted to show you this too because I wanted to show you how I took this first idea and I turned it into my first paragraph. This one idea here is this entire paragraph. It ends up taking up my whole page. My next paragraph will start on my next page. But this is just my first reason right here. So my thesis was we need an outdoor classroom at Central School. And then my first reason, it says the first reason we need an outdoor classroom is because it would be a healthier learning environment. We would be able to get fresh air and sun all while learning. This is especially important during COVID, but would also be helpful during cold and flu season. In addition, our brain breaks could be running around outside since we wouldn't waste time lining up and getting outside. Boys and girls, now that I've finished talking about my first reason, when I turn my page, I'm going to go to my second reason and start a new paragraph talking all about how we'll have a place to eat snack and lunch outside comfortably. I'll talk about how right now there's nowhere to sit, how there's only a few benches, and it makes it hard for us to relax. And then once I'm done writing my second paragraph, I'm going to go to my third paragraph and talk about how having an outdoor classroom will allow us to learn science from the world around us. And I'll talk about the units of study we learn about and how being outside will enable us to learn from the environment surrounding us. So notice the work that I did here. The work that I'm showing you right now is the same work I did right here. This is the version of it on the computer, and this is the same version in my notebook. I want to just show you both options because I'm going to give you both options today. If you want to do the same work on the computer, first you're going to brainstorm your thesis here. Then you're going to list your reasons. You might have some bullets underneath of things you want to say, what more you want to say about that reason, or you might not. But at the very basic level, you need your thesis, your claim, your opinion statement, and then you need the reasons that are going to support this thesis or this claim. Today, as you go off to write, you're going to watch this video first, and then you're going to either continue writing yesterday's lesson, or you are going to, you're going to either continue writing on yesterday's topic, or you're going to think of a new topic. But either way, you're going to spend some time today before you start drafting or continue drafting, organizing your writing. So you are either going to go to slide 5 here and fill in this chart, or you're going to do the same work like I did here in your notebook, which is the same thing as slide 5, just written down. Your choice of how you do this work today. And then remember that once you've done this work, you're going to draft or continue drafting, and you're going to use this organization to help guide your writing and organize your writing and organize your thoughts and ideas. Writers, I expect you to work on writing. That includes brainstorming and drafting. I expect you to work on it for about 30 minutes today. So think about what that means and what kind of writing you should be able to get done. Happy writing today. I can't wait to write what you read. Read what you write.